Hello and welcome to Mastermind with me, Clive Myrie. In the spotlight tonight are Tamara Hon, an insurance wordings analyst. Her specialist subject is the first US president, George Washington. Anya McMenamin, a classics teacher. She'll be answering questions on Taylor Swift. Arvind Ramakrishnan, a sovereign credit analyst whose subject is the naming of chemical elements. And Dan Payne, a medical secretary. His subject, the BBC radio series I'm Sorry, I Haven't a Clue. Extracting information is my speciality. Make no mistake, this is an interrogation. With the spotlight in their eyes, the ticking clock, and of course, the black chair. The pressure is on. But these four brave souls are up for it. Willing participants answering 2 minutes of questions on their specialist subject and 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Who'll give me what I want to make their way to the semi-finals? Let's find out. Can I ask our first contender to join us, please? Your name?
Tamara Hahn.
Your occupation?
Insurance wordings analyst.
And your specialist subjects?
George Washington.
The American founding father, the commander-in-chief during the Revolutionary War, who went on to serve as the first president of the United States. In 2 minutes, let's go. What's the name of the plantation in Virginia that George Washington inherited in 1761 on the death of his sister-in-law, Anne?
Mount Vernon.
Yes, on the 2nd of July, 1775, Washington arrived in which Massachusetts town, now a city, to take command of the Continental Army?
Boston.
No, Cambridge. Which British commander did Washington defeat at Princeton, New Jersey, on the 3rd of January, 1777, reputedly declaring to his men, "It's a fine fox chase, my boys"?
Clinton.
No, Charles Moorhood. Which Irish-born soldier serving in the Continental Army was executed publicly on the 28th of June, 1776, for his part in what was alleged to have been a plot to kill or kidnap Washington?
Huddy.
No, Thomas Hickey. The meeting between Washington and the French naval commander, Admiral de Grasse, on the 17th of September, 1781, took place on board which vessel?
Ville de Paris.
Yes. What was the name of the horse that Washington rode when he accepted the British surrender at Yorktown?
Old Nelson.
Yes. In February 1789, Washington was chosen unanimously as the first president of the United States by an electoral college in which how many electors cast ballots?
69.
Yes. What was the name of the Chancellor of New York State who administered the oath of office to Washington at his inauguration on the 30th of April, 1789?
John Langdon.
No, Robert Livingston. Which statesman who'd served as Washington's aide-de-camp during the Revolutionary War did Washington appoint as the first Secretary of the Treasury in September 1789?
Alexander Hamilton.
Yes, Washington's decision to step down from the presidency at the end of his second term was motivated partly by repeated attacks from the Aurora newspaper over his handling of which 1794 treaty with Britain?
Treaty of Paris.
No, the Jay Treaty. Following Washington's death in 1799, which former comrade from the Revolutionary War composed a famous eulogy declaring that the deceased president was first in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of his countrymen?
James Madison.
No. Major General Henry Lee. Tamara, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 5 points.
Thank you.
And our next contender, please. Your name?
Anya McMenamin.
Your occupation?
Classics teacher.
And your specialist subject?
Taylor Swift.
The country singer who became a global pop icon. In 2 minutes, here we go. The name of which country singer is the title of Swift's 2006 debut single?
Tim McGraw.
Yes, on which American record label were Swift's first 6 studio albums released before she left in 2018 and began re-recording them, adding Taylor's version to the titles?
Big Machine Records.
Yes, in the chorus of the song New Romantics from the album 1989, what feeling does Swift say is the national anthem?
Heartbreak.
Yes, which member of the American rock band The National has producer credits on a number of Swift's albums, including Folklore, Evermore and Fearless, Taylor's version?
Aaron Dessner.
Yes, the music video for which 2019 single concludes with a food fight sequence in which Swift appears in a French fries costume alongside Katy Perry, who is dressed as a burger.
You need to calm down.
Yes, the lyrics of Swift's song Cowboy Like Me, for which Marcus Mumford provided backing vocals, feature a reference to which one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world?
Gardens of Babylon.
Yes, Swift has said that she was inspired to write the song Clean about someone she used to date when she was walking out of which London department store and realised she no longer missed her ex-boyfriend.
Harrods.
No, it was Liberty. Swift shares writing credits with the Texas-born songwriter Liz Rose for which song that won 2 Grammy Awards in 2010?
White Horse.
Yes, the song Better Man, written by Swift, was released as a single by which American country group in 2016, 5 years before she herself would record it for the 2021 album Red, Taylor's version.
Little Big Man.
No, Little Big Town. In an interview with Time magazine in 2023, Swift revealed that the track Mastermind from the 2022 album Midnight was inspired by watching which film directed by Paul Thomas Anderson?
Phantom Thread.
Yes, which track on Swift's 2020 album Folklore was partly inspired by the experiences of her grandfather at the Battle of Guadalcanal during the Second World War and includes the lyrics Crawling Up the Beaches Now.
Epiphany.
Yes, which rapper joined Swift on stage during her Eras tour? I've started so I'll finish. During her Eras tour in New Jersey in May 2023 for a live debut performance of the newly remixed song Karma.
Ice Spice.
It is Ice Spice. Anya, you had no passes. You've got 10 points.
Thank you.
Our next contender, please. Your name.
Arvind Ramakrishnan.
Your occupation.
I'm a sovereign credit analyst.
And your specialist subject.
The naming of chemical elements.
The origins and meanings of the names of the elements of the periodic table in 2 minutes. Here we go. The elements yttrium, terbium, erbium, and ytterbium are all named after Utaby, a village in which European country?
Sweden.
Yes, molybdenum has a name derived from an ancient Greek word for which other metallic element whose ores were often confused with those of molybdenum?
Lead.
Yes, the element nihonium is named after the native name for Japan, as it was first synthesized at a Japanese research institute known by what acronym?
JINR.
No, Recon. Before the name nitrogen was coined, the British chemist Joseph Priestley referred to the element by what 2-word name, reflecting his belief that it was saturated with a substance given off during burning?
Dephlogisticated air.
No, phlogisticated air. The modern name of the element zinc is thought to have been introduced by which Swiss physician who used it in his 16th century treatise, Liber Mineralium?
Berzelius.
No, Paracelsus. Which British chemist coined the names for elements including barium and potassium, and in his youth proposed the name phosoxygen for oxygen gas as he believed it was partly composed of light?
Cavendish.
No, Sir Humphrey Davy. The name of the element vanadium is derived from Vanadis, an antiquated name for which deity from Norse mythology?
Athens.
No, Freya. A 20th century dispute between American and Soviet scientists regarding the names of several newly discovered elements became popularly known by what name, which includes that of the element with atomic number 100?
The Dubnium dispute.
No, the Transfermium Wars. Which French chemist who worked as an assistant to Marie Curie discovered francium in 1939 and named it after her home country?
Meitner.
No, Marguerite Perret. So, Arvind, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 2 points. And our final contender, please. Your name.
Dan Payne,
Your occupation.
Medical Secretary.
And your specialist subject.
The BBC radio series I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue.
The self-styled antidote to panel games, first broadcast on BBC Radio in 1972. In 2 minutes. Here we go. Which composer wrote the I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue theme tune entitled The Shickle Shamble?
Ron Goodwin.
Yes. Which comedian and scriptwriter stood in for Humphrey Lyttelton as chairman in several episodes of the show's first series?
Barry Cryer.
Yes, the opening game of the 1972 pilot episode One Song to the Tune of Another featured Bill Oddie and Tim Brooke-Taylor performing the lyrics of Sing a Song of Sixpence to the tune of what song?
These Foolish Things.
Yes, which comedian is said to have invented the game Mornington Crescent in order to confuse an unwanted hanger-on at a Soho drinking club called Jerry's?
Willie Rushton?
No, John Junkin. The show's regular scorer, Samantha, was first mentioned in 1985 when she accompanied Barry Cryer in what physically demanding game?
Draft.
No, squat thrusts. The show's regular correspondent, Mrs. Trellis of North Wales, once wrote in saying that her Fantasy League Mornington Crescent lineup consisted of Graham Garden playing with Bruce Willis, Tom Cruise, and which other Hollywood actor?
Paul Newman?
No, Richard Gere, who succeeded John Magnuson as the producer of the series in 1991, despite admitting at the time that he wasn't a great fan of the programme.
John Naismith?
Yes, according to the official Knaresborough rules when playing Mornington Crescent in Yorkshire, a player who has been successfully blocked is said to be in what location?
Nid?
Yes, Colin Sell, the show's regular pianist, was briefly replaced in 1997 by which former member of the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band?
Neil Innes?
Yes. What's the title of the 2007 Christmas special in which Humphrey Littleton made his final appearance in the radio series prior to his death in 2008?
Humph in Wonderland?
Yes. What game, described by Graham Garden as an awesome challenge, made just one appearance in 1981 after being postponed on several occasions because of time constraints?
Pass.
Which presenter and writer was the guest commentator on a version of Mornington Crescent recorded during the show's 30th anniversary in 2002?
Raymond Baxter?
Yes. What game first played in 2005? I've started, so I'll finish. What game first played in 2005 and derived from an earlier round called Cheddar Gorge, involves players writing letters between famous historical characters, one word at a time?
84 Chicken Cross Road?
It is 84 Chicken Cross Road. Dan, you had just the one pass. The game described by Graham Garden as an awesome challenge, but only appeared once, wobbling bunnies. And at the end of that round, Dan, you've got 9 points.
Thank you.
And at the end of the specialist subjects round, let's have a look at the scores. In fourth place with 2 points is Arvind. In third place with 5 points, it's Tamara. In second place with 9 points is Dan. And in first place with 10 points, it's Anya. So now, the general knowledge round. And if there's a tie at the end, then the number of passes is taken into account. And the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they're tied on passes as well, it's a tie break. So let's ask Arvind to join us again, please. Arvind, plenty of time to catch up. You start with 2 points. You've now got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. What word commonly used for trousers made from denim is derived from the French name for the Italian city of Genoa?
Jeans.
Yes, the UK television channel S4C, launched in 1982, broadcasts in what language?
Welsh.
Yes. Which Olympic sport has disciplines called trap and skeet?
Shooting.
Yes. What common alternative name for the third molars, which grow at the back of the mouth, refers to the fact that they emerge in early adulthood?
Wisdom teeth.
Yes. The album of big band songs entitled Swing Fever, which topped the UK albums chart in March 2024, is a collaboration between Jools Holland and his rhythm and blues orchestra, and which singer?
Adele.
No, Rod Stewart. Betelgeuse and Rigel, two of the brightest stars in the night sky, are in which constellation?
Orion.
Yes, The Brothers Karamazov is the final novel of which 19th century Russian author?
Byron.
No, Dostoevsky. In which city in the US state of Missouri is the stainless steel-clad monument called the Gateway Arch?
St. Louis.
Yes. A museum in Holland Park, West London, houses the former collection of which Victorian artist who was made a peer in 1896 but died the following day?
Constable.
No, Lord Leighton. The American actor born Clarence Crabb, who played the comic strip heroes Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon in film serials of the 1930s and 40s, was sometimes known as Larry Crabb, but became best known by what nickname?
Crabby.
No, Buster. The velocipede, manufactured in Paris in the 1860s by the Michaud family, was an early form of what mode of transport?
Bicycle.
Yes. What opera by Verdi, first performed in Venice in 1851, was given the working title La Maledizione, or The Curse?
Die Seuche.
No, Rigoletto, the name of what item of golfing equipment in the plural is also the name of one of the 4 suits in a standard pack of playing cards.
Deck.
No, club. In Mexican cuisine, what name partly derived from the Spanish word for cheese is given to a tortilla filled with cheese and other savory ingredients, which is folded and then grilled or fried?
Enchilada.
No, quesadilla, according to a television series theme tune from the 1960s. Which cartoon family are the modern Stone Age family?
Flintstones.
Yes, a radical budget known as the People's Budget was introduced in 1909 by which Liberal Chancellor of the Exchequer, who would later become UK Prime Minister?
Winston Churchill.
No, David Lloyd George. Arvind, at the end of that round, you had no passes, and you've got 10 points. Next up, it's Tamara. Tamara, you start with 5 points. The score to beat as it stands is 10 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. A skateboard usually has how many wheels?
4.
Yes, when it appears on royal ciphers, such as the one adopted by Charles III in 2022, the letter R stands for what Latin word for king?
Regent.
No, Rex. Which Booker Prize-winning Canadian author, known initially for her poetry, had her first novel, The Edible Woman, published in 1969?
Margaret Atwood.
Yes, in 1982. The name of the capital city of the newly independent Zimbabwe was changed from Salisbury to what?
Accra.
No, Harare. At the start of a game of snooker, what colour ball is placed on the spot at the tip of the triangle of reds?
Blue.
No, pink. Which politician succeeded Humza Yousaf as Scottish First Minister and leader of the SNP in May 2024?
Nicola Sturgeon.
No, John Swinney. What 3-letter word, which in Britain refers specifically to a castrated pig, applies more generally in North America to any pig reared for its meat?
Joe.
No, Hogg. The singer Nemo won the 2024 Eurovision Song Contest with the song The Code, representing which country?
Switzerland.
Yes, the leaves of which tree are the main constituent of the diet of silkworms?
Lotus.
No, mulberry. In the 1958 film The Defiant Ones, 2 escaped convicts tried to evade capture while chained together. The stars, who are both nominated for Oscars, were Tony Curtis and which other actor?
Jack Lemmon.
No, Sidney Poitier. Which planet in our solar system has moons named after the Shakespearean characters Miranda, Ariel, Titania, and Oberon?
Jupiter.
No, Uranus. What Italian plural word for shrimp is used in English for the seafood variously called Norway lobster, Dublin Bay prawn, or langoustine?
Scampi.
Yes, in medicine, EEG is an abbreviation for a recording of the electrical activity of which organ of the human body?
Heart.
No, the brain. What term, the Latin for having 2 names, is used in taxonomy to refer to the 2-part scientific name of a plant or animal indicating the genus and the species?
Dominus.
No, binomial. The arts venue Aviva Studios opened in which English city in 2023 with an exhibition of giant inflatable multicoloured sculptures by the Japanese artist Yayoi Kusama?
Glasgow.
No, Manchester. The American jazz pianist Ferdinand Joseph Morton, who died in 1941, was usually known by what nickname?
Dizzy.
No, Jelly Roll. And Tamara, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 9 points.
Thank you.
Next up, it's Dan. Dan, you start with 9 points. The score to beat as it stands is 10 points, and you've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. Eating what orange-coloured vegetable was once popularly believed to help people see in the dark because of its vitamin A content?
Carrot.
Yes, on a standard UK computer keyboard, which letter is immediately to the right of the letter T?
U.
No, Y. Which city, the state capital of South Australia, is named after the Queen Consort of King William IV?
Adelaide.
Yes. What 2-letter word is the title of a 2019 horror film written and directed by Jordan Peele about a family who were attacked by a group of menacing doppelgangers?
Get Out.
No, us. The word fillibeg is an alternative term for what item of traditional Scottish Highland dress?
Killed?
Yes, which American songwriter who died in 2023, aged 94, was known for his collaborations with the lyricist Hal David on songs such as Magic Moments, Walk On By, and Anyone Who Had a Heart.
Burt Bacharach?
Yes, in 2023, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi was elected to serve a third term as president of which North African country?
Egypt?
Yes, the fashion supermodels who in the 1990s became known collectively as the Trinity are Naomi Campbell, Christy Turlington, and which Canadian model?
Cindy Crawford?
No, Linda Evangelista. Nares, spelt N-A-R-E-S, is an alternative name for what bodily cavities?
Ears?
No, nostrils. Which French novelist born in 1799 wrote a multi-volume work over many years collectively entitled La Comédie Humaine, or The Human Comedy?
Flaubert?
No, Balzac. In which sporting event did Émile Keres come third in the men's elite race in April 2024, the first British athlete to achieve a podium position in the race since Mo Farah finished in the same position in 2018?
10,000 metres?
No, the London Marathon. What four-letter word derived from the Latin for vessel refers to a tall container typically used to hold flowers?
Vase?
Yes. Which British theatre actress played the role of Grisabella in the original London production of Cats when it opened in May 1981?
Pass.
In his quest for the Golden Fleece, the mythical Greek hero Jason travelled aboard which ship?
The Argo?
Yes. Which Scottish detective is played by Richard Rankin in a 2024 television adaptation that reimagines his titular character as a younger man?
Rebus?
Yes. What name, believed to derive from a Turkish word for towel or napkin, is given to a form of ornamental handicraft that involves knotting coarse fibres into decorative patterns?
Serviette?
No, it's macrame. Dan, you had just a one pass. It was Elaine Page who played Grisabella in the original London production of Cats. And at the end of that round, you've got 17 points.
Thank you.
And finally, let's have Anya. Anya, you start with 10 points. The score to beat to get through to the semi-finals is Dan's 17 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. What word for a group of people waiting in line for something sounds the same as a letter of the English alphabet?
Q.
Yes, the variety of sausage typically used to make a hot dog is named after which major city on the River Main in Western Germany?
Frankfurt.
Yes, which is the most senior rank in the British Army and is the equivalent of the Royal Navy's Admiral of the Fleet?
Sergeant.
No, Field Marshal. What geologically unusual tourist attraction in Northern Ireland, together with its local coastline, was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1986?
Giant's Causeway.
Yes, between 2012 and 2021, which British singer had UK #1 albums entitled Sonic Kicks, On Sunset and Fat Pop?
Mika.
No, Paul Weller. The name of which religion is commonly translated from Japanese as Way of the Gods?
Shinto.
Yes, which football club secured their 12th men's title in 13 seasons when they won the Scottish Premiership in May 2024?
Rangers.
No, Celtic. What's the title of the 2023 film about two childhood friends from South Korea who meet up as adults in New York some 20 years later, which was nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture?
Beautiful Strangers.
No, Past Lives. In the name 5G for the improved mobile phone technology that allows greater speed and capacity, the letter G stands for what word?
Generator.
No, Generation. Which of the daughters of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert was an accomplished sculptor and designed the marble statue of her mother that stands in Kensington Gardens?
Anastasia.
No, Princess Louise. What term from Greek words for alone and name refers to famous people such as Beyoncé and Adele who are typically known by a single name?
Mononym.
Yes, the coat of arms of the Falkland Islands, which appears on its flag, features a depiction of what male farm animal?
A sheep.
Yes, a ram. What futuristic 1932 novel by Aldous Huxley is said to be set in London 632 years after Ford?
Brave New World.
Yes, what Russian word meaning openness or transparency was one of the core policies of Mikhail Gorbachev's reform of the Soviet Union in the 1980s?
Perestroika.
No, glasnost. What was the name of the physician who was born in Bristol in 1821 but moved with her family to the United States, where she became the first woman in that country to graduate from medical school?
Florence Nightingale.
No, Elizabeth Blackwell, the children's television series based on books by Jacqueline Wilson and first shown in 2002 about a young girl played by Danny Harmer living in a care home is entitled The Story of Whom?
Tracy Beaker.
Yes, which island off the southwest coast of Greenland is the largest in Canada?
Baffin Island.
It is Baffin Island. Anya, at the end of that round, you had no passes, and you've got 19 points. I'll see you in the semis. You've done it.
Thank you.
So let's have a look at the final scores. In fourth place with 9 points, it's Tamara. In third place with 10 points is Arvind. In second place with 17 points is Dan. And in first place with 19 points, it's Anya, which means she goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to her.
Thank you.
If you'd like to be a contender in the next series, just go to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind, and you can follow us at Mastermind Quiz. Join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
It feels quite surreal. I wasn't really expecting to win, especially when I met the other contestants. They weren't very intimidating people, I'm not saying that, but they all seemed really, really intelligent, so I'm really surprised that I won.
Anya, at the end of that round, you had no passes, and you've got 19 points. I'll see you in the semis. You've done it.
Thank you. When Clive announced that I won, I hadn't been counting, so I wasn't sure if I was able to beat Dan, so I was really surprised.
Your occupation?
Classics teacher.
And your specialist subject?
Taylor Swift. I chose Taylor Swift as my specialist subject because I think that some people misunderstand her or think that her music is very simplistic, but actually lots of her more recent albums are very well written and very interesting, and beautiful lyricism is in them. Heartbreak.
Yes.
Gardens of Babylon.
Yes.
Ice Spice.
It is. Ice Spice.
My school that I work at, I run a general knowledge club. So I also went on the show to try and sort of inspire them. I think they might also find it quite amusing seeing their teacher on TV, perhaps for the wrong reasons, but we'll see how they react. So when the mononym question came up, as he was saying, from the Greek for X, I was really worried that I wasn't going to get it right and then all my students would laugh at me.
What term from Greek words for alone and name refers to famous people such as Beyoncé and Adele, who are typically known by a single name?
Mononym?
Yes.
So I was really happy I got that one right. When I was a child, I remember I called Mastermind the Scary Chair Show. So having sat in the chair, I have to say it's more comfortable than I thought it would be. I don't quite have my sights on the glass bowl yet. I definitely have to win a semi-final before I get there, before I even think about that.